The Allied crossing of the Rhine River in March 1945 marked a pivotal moment in Western Europe's final phase of World War II. Under the command of Field Marshal Bernard Law Montgomery, the operation, codenamed Operation Plunder, was a high-risk, high-reward maneuver that enabled the Allies to penetrate Germany's heartland. The success of the crossing not only hastened the collapse of Nazi Germany but also demonstrated the combined planning, coordination, and audacity that characterized late-war Allied operations. Strategic context. By early 1945, the Allies had advanced to the western bank of the Rhine. Western Front stalemate. After liberating much of France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, Allied forces faced the natural defensive barrier of the Rhine. German defenses. The Wehrmacht fortified the riverbank with artillery, mines and pillboxes, aiming to delay the Allies and protect industrial regions in western Germany. Allied objectives. The Rhine crossing was essential to enable a rapid advance into northern Germany, linking with Soviet forces advancing from the east. The river represented both a physical obstacle and a symbolic threshold into Germany's industrial and political heartland. Planning the gamble. Montgomery's plan combined surprise, overwhelming firepower and deception. Multiple crossing sites. The main assault targeted Ries, Xanten, and Wesel, while airborne operations were intended to disrupt German communications. Operation Varsity. Coordinated airborne drops behind German lines provided paratroopers to secure key positions and bridges, ensuring a smoother river crossing. Artillery and air support. Allied forces planned massive bombardments to neutralize German defenses, allowing infantry and armor to cross the river with minimal resistance. Deception efforts. Dummy positions and misleading troop movements were used to confuse German intelligence, keeping defenders uncertain of the main crossing point. The gamble was that precision timing, overwhelming force, and surprise would overcome Germany's prepared defenses. Execution of the crossing. The operation began on March 23, 1945, and unfolded over several days. Initial assault. British and Canadian forces crossed at night under artillery cover, facing sporadic resistance but maintaining momentum. Airborne operations. Operation Varsity successfully dropped paratroopers east of the Rhine, securing key villages and bridges while disrupting German defensive coordination. Bridgeheads established. Despite occasional counterattacks, the Allies established multiple bridgeheads, allowing heavy armor and logistics to flow across the Rhine. Rapid advance. Within days, Allied units had penetrated into the Ruhr and beyond, threatening Germany's industrial heart and collapsing regional defenses. Montgomery's combination of careful planning and bold execution turned the Rhine into a gateway rather than an obstacle. German resistance. German forces, though severely weakened by years of attrition, still mounted determined opposition. Fortified positions, pillboxes, artillery and anti-tank obstacles created localized challenges. Counterattacks. Small-scale armored and infantry counterattacks attempted to disrupt bridgeheads but were generally repelled. Morale collapse. By 1945, German troops faced supply shortages, low morale, and the psychological impact of continuous retreat. While resistance was fierce in pockets, the numerical and material superiority of the Allies ensured success. Outcomes and significance. The crossing of the Rhine had immediate and far-reaching consequences. Gateway to Germany. Allied forces advanced rapidly into western Germany, capturing key industrial regions and cities. Accelerated German collapse. The operation undermined Germany's ability to mount organized defenses, hastening surrender by May 1945. Showcase of Allied coordination. The combined operations of infantry, armor, artillery, and airborne forces highlighted the effectiveness of joint Allied planning. Montgomery's reputation. Success bolstered Montgomery's standing as a bold and competent commander, though debates about risk and casualties continued. The operation symbolized the Allies' final push into the heart of Nazi Germany, demonstrating both strategic vision and operational skill. Legacy. Monty's gamble remains a classic example of modern river-crossing warfare. Military doctrine. The operation is studied in military academies for lessons in combined arms, deception, and airborne coordination. Historical memory. The Rhine crossing is remembered as a decisive moment in liberating Europe and ending World War II in the West. Strategic insight. It demonstrated that even well-defended natural obstacles could be overcome with planning, firepower, and audacity. The success of the Rhine crossing paved the way for the Allied advance into northern Germany and the ultimate defeat of Nazi Germany. The Allied Rhine crossing of 1945, orchestrated by Field Marshal Montgomery, was a high-stakes gamble that paid off spectacularly. Through careful planning, overwhelming force and innovative tactics, the Allies overcame formidable German defenses and secured a bridgehead into Germany's heartland. The operation not only shortened the war but also exemplified the coordination, courage and audacity that defined the final Allied campaigns in Europe.